Good evening, good evening, good evening, and peace and blessings to you. It's a great day. It's a blessed day. And if you don't know anything else on this day, know that you deserve to be blessed. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and peace and blessings to you. It's a great day. It's a blessed day. It's a Friday. Did y'all catch that sip? Let me tell y'all, it's been one of those weeks, not a bad week, but it's been a good week, but I deserved to give you a sip. Okay, Eugene, thank you. Thank you. I deserve to give you a sip. Now, I want you to grab your drink, whatever your drink is. I know I already took a sip, but I'm going to take one more. I want you to grab your drink, and I want you to sip a little bit. And hold on, though, Eugene. Don't be talking about slurping. I wasn't slurping. I was sipping, okay? Yes, and peace and blessings to you too, Ian. Yeah, y'all come on in. Come talk to me. Hold on. Not slurping, Eugene. I'm sipping. We're going to have to get us a signature cocktail. That's what we're going to have to do. So every Friday, I want y'all to come with me and come and take a sip of the thought with me. I need your drink. Tell me what your drink is. If you got a drink with you right now in the comments, go ahead on and hit me up. Let me see some thumbs up. Let me see some hearts. Let me know you're in the building. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Yes, sir. You know, I got to get you right, because I'm ghetto. So it's not slurping. It's sipping. With a slight slurp. So y'all, tonight, I want y'all to come on in. I want to talk to you all tonight. Tonight, we are talking about disclosure. So y'all are going to love this topic. You might think it means what it means, but y'all know me. I always got a little something extra. So tonight, while the topic is disclosure, I'm disclosing tonight that I got a little whip action. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Okay. All right. Don't say nothing about it because I'm telling you, I got a little whip action. I got to make sure I'm good. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what we do. It's Friday. Y'all know when we started off, we got to clear the space. We got to make sure that we're good. So what I want you to do is to come on in. Come on and show me those thumbs up and those hearts. And tonight, what I want you to do is to get ready. Get ready. What you getting ready for? You're getting ready for the breath. I want you to breathe. I want you to take a moment and acknowledge that your breath is important. That's what I want you to do. We got to breathe. That's what I want you to do. All right. Now, look, I want to say this to you all. The reason that we do the breath here, the thought to ponder, is so that we can take a moment and acknowledge that we're in control. We can take a moment and acknowledge that our life is important. We can take a moment and we can reevaluate. We can change the atmosphere. We can truly take control of what it is that we're in control of, and that's our life, right? That's our life. So, it's 3 breaths. For those of you who may be joining us for the first time, for those of you who may be coming on and saying, what is this? Who is he? Why he got that ponytail? Why was he slurping on a drink? For all that, we're going to clear the space. So I want you to take 3 breaths with us tonight. I said this morning. See, I done took 2 minute slurps already. So I want you to take these 3 breaths with us tonight. And on the first breath, I'm going to count it out. I'll move my hands and I'm going to count it out. On the second one, I'm not going to count it out, but I am going to move my hands so you'll see, right? And on the third breath, as I move my hands, right, not counting it, but I want you at the end of that breath, when you let it go, I want you to make some noise. Yes, come through, Sheba. Yes, you see the ponytail? Sheba said she liked my ponytails. She liked my ponytails. You like my, that's a song. You like my ponytail. She liked my ponytail. She liked my ponytail. She liked my ponytail. Okay, anyways, look, let me get back to it. Let's clear the space. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So on the count of three, what I want to do is go ahead and take a deep breath. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get some shoulder action. Let's move those shoulders around a little bit, a little up and down, a little rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Laughed a good job in the city. Okay. All right, y'all. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. It's been a good week. It's been a good week. All right, let's go ahead and get it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get serious. Move those shoulders around, right? Open up that chest area. Open up that mind, right? And on the count of three, I want you to take a deep breath. And on that deep breath, I want you to think about whatever it is that you're dealing with, however it may be, good, bad, or indifferent. And I want you to take it in, and I want you to make it yours, and then I want you to release it, right? Acknowledge what it is, but then release it. I want you to let it go, okay? On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, y'all know that I was going to do this on the first one, right? So the second breath, I'm not going to count. On the third breath, I'm not going to count, but I'm going to move the hands. Y'all follow me. Y'all follow me. And if you just want to just move along, close your eyes. Close your eyes, and I'm going to close mine. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we got that thing. We're thinking about what's going on, and we're going to take that second breath. On the count of three, we want to go deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And out. Ooh, I probably shouldn't have sipped before I took these breaths. Ooh, yeah, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we on that second one, you should feel a little warm and tingly. And on this third one, remember what we want to do. We want you to take it in. And when you blow it out, we want you to make some noise. And while you're making that noise, you're blowing it out, you're sending it to the stars and the moon, or you're sending it down to the deepest part of the ocean. Because what we want to do is let the universe know that we're in control. So you send it to where you want to send it. Send it to Mount Fiji if you want to do that. Mount Everest. Send it around the globe if you feel like that's what's going to help you to do. But what we want to do, we want to focus on the fact that we're going to send it away so it doesn't come back around quickly, so we can deal with it. We can have some peace, some quiet, some serenity, right? That's what we want to do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe here at the Thought to Ponder that if you do that on a regular basis, now hold on, the making some noise part, I don't know if you want to do that if you're in the library. I don't know if you want to do that if you're at your work, on your job. But if they happen to come around and bring you a box, that's not our fault. Anyways, I think you should do it. I think you should do it on the regular basis. I think you should introduce this into your daily routine. I think you should do all of those things. Hey, Tamika, love you too. Love you. Love you too. I think you should introduce it because I do believe that when you are mentally in control of what's going on and what's happening around you, you can actually live and make it and roll and do what you need to do. But that's because you're in control. So stop for a moment and breathe and acknowledge that you're in control. That you're in control. Now, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what I like to do. Once we done cleared the space, y'all know we like to groove. And look, I want to tell you something. I think you should be tapping your toes, snapping your fingers, and doing a little something on over there. Y'all let me know if you're good. Y'all think y'all ready for the groove? I think I heard you say that you were ready. Let me see some thumbs up and some hearts. Y'all come on with it tonight. Y'all show me some love. That's what I'm talking about. Show me some love. Show me some love. Well, let's go and let's get it. Y'all ready? Ha! Sit it da 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 da. Sit it da 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 da. Zoom da da doom doom da doom doom da da doom doom da doom doom da doom doom da doom. T2P. Check me out. T2P. Check me out. Zoom da doom doom 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 da doom. Boobadoo 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 boobadoo. Zoom da doom doom ah. Zoom da doom doom ah. Zoom da doom doom ah. T2P. Check me out. T2P. Check me out. T2P. Check me out. Rah. See, y'all didn't know I had it in me. Y'all didn't know I had it in me. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you to do you. If you want to scat, if you want to do a little elephant, I'm sorry. As soon as I said the word scat, I kind of went off on this end. You want to do a little Ella Fitzgerald. You want to do a little Bobby Brown. You want to do a little Whitney Houston. You want to do a little Missy Elliott. You want to do a little James Brown. Whatever it is that you want. You want to do a little bit of Megan Thee Stallion. You want to do a little bit of Cardi B. Whatever it is that you want to do. You want to do a little bit of Jay-Z, a little bit of Beyonce. Whatever it is that you want to do, I think you should do it. I think you should go ahead and live your life and do your life the way that you feel that you should do your life, right? Bump all that. We are not getting any younger. Our days are not promised to us. Hell, and here in the city of Houston, we've been having monsoon weather. So look, do what you got to do. So I encourage you tonight, while I start talking about the topic tonight, I want you to be encouraged, right, to do you. Be encouraged to do you. Anything that you've been procrastinating on, and I'm sorry, I kind of went off script just a little bit, but anything I don't know who this is for, whoever this is right here, it's for you. Anything that you've been procrastinating on, anything that you've been wanting to do, anything that you are still sitting on the shelf, and you said you're going to go back to it, now's the time to dust it off. Take it, dust it off, open it up, and do what it is that you need to do. Take that trip. Go have a party. Go have a good time. Go to the beach by yourself if that's what you need to do. Take 15, 20, 30 minutes to yourself if that's what you need to do. So I don't know who that's for. It was put on my spirit to say it, but whoever that is right there, that's for you. And actually, it's for me as well. There is no time like the present. Why put out tomorrow what I can do today? Do it now, because you don't know if tomorrow is promised. There's somebody out there watching and listening right now that's sitting on something that's gold. Sitting on something that's wonderfully made, sitting on something that could be the next big thing, but you're not doing it because you're procrastinating. You feel as if it doesn't make sense. You feel as if it's not going to do anything. You better get on it and do it now. And if you ain't heard it from nobody else, you heard it from me. Do what you need to do. Get there, right? Get there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So tonight's topic is disclosure. Let's get into the thought. Disclosure. Disclosure is what it is. Yes, indeed. Come through. Can y'all just give me a little thumbs up and a little heart for the graphics? Don't you just love the graphics? Love that me too. Don't you just love it? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm talking about disclosure tonight. And what I mean by disclosure is the definition of disclosure. However, what I mean by that is disclosing who you are. See, I took it another way. Disclosing who you love, disclosing where you are, disclosing your life. Like a lot of times what happens is we disclose who we think people want us to be. So I come to you and I tell you, oh, that I am rich and I got a car and I got a house and I got all of this and I'm barely making it. My account is overdrawn every week, every payday. I'm paying robbing Peter twice to pay Paul. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get the biblical reference. Anyways, what I want to talk about tonight is disclosure. When you are disclosing who you are, information about yourself, what you're doing, are you disclosing the truth? Are you disclosing who you really are? Or are you putting on layers so that you can disclose what they want to see? You understand what I'm saying? Because for so many years, that's what I did. I was disclosing who I was, but that wasn't me. I was 5 people behind that disclosure. Y'all saw that? That was kind of hot, huh? So I was 5 people behind. And I'm sitting here saying, I'm sitting in the midst of all of this and that and these people, and I'm telling them, but I was living a lie. Truly, I was living a lie. My village, my tribe, my gang didn't even know that I was HIV positive. I was disclosing to them on a daily basis that I'm good. I'm good up here. I'm good here. I don't have no problems. I don't have no issues, no concerns. Because I was standing in front of them, giving them what I thought they wanted to see and what they wanted to know. All the while, I'm behind here disclosing this, but I'm back here suffering. And it's not their fault because they can only get what I gave them. You understand what I'm saying? So what are you disclosing tonight? Tonight, are you disclosing who you really are, who you really love, where you really stand, what you stand for, your truth, your purpose? Are you disclosing that? And that's what I mean by disclosure. Tonight, we're not going to play the game. We're going to peel back that layer of disclosure. We're going to peel back that layer. We're going to peel back that layer. We're going to peel back that layer until we get to this. Until we get to this. All of that. Because I cannot sit here and lie to you anymore. My disclosure of somebody else is out the window. This is Titan all day long. This is what you get. This is what you're going to have. And if you like it, you like it. And if you don't, you don't. Move on. In the words of Patti LaBelle, pass it on. Pass on. All right. Or in the words of Soda Soul, keep on moving. Yes. That's what I'm saying. I don't have time to sit here and play the game with you anymore because it does me no justice. What am I playing the game with you for? What am I truly playing the game with you for? So that you can be comfortable? That's what I'm doing. So when you ask me, who am I? And I go to disclose to you who I am, I have no qualms about telling you the truth. I am a Black gay man who is HIV positive. That's me all day long. That's what it is. I am a lovable person. I am a likable person. Don't step on my toes. You know what I'm saying? Don't step on my shoes. And we good. Right? Don't lie to me and don't mess with my livelihood. And we good. And I'm good with that. But there was a time when you would ask me, who are you? And I give you all of this. Well, I'm this and I'm that. And yes. And then on this day, and I did this and I did. No, I have no need for that now. And I'm not telling you that it's an easy thing to do. I'm not telling you that this is something that you can just turn over today, right? If you can, more power to you. But what I am saying is, who are you? Who do you love? What do you like to do? When you get up in the morning and you look in the mirror, do you disclose that you love this? That you love all of this? I told somebody the other day, I said, I stood up in the mirror and I don't hate it. I got man boobs. But I disclose that I love that because it's me. It ain't going nowhere. And I figure if you don't like it, then you'll keep stepping. You'll keep moving. But let me express something to you. Energy attracts energy. When you are telling the truth about who you are and you are being open and honest with yourself, the universe is going to be open and honest with you. So the universe is going to open up and send people your way so you can be totally honest, comfortable in your skin, sitting where you're supposed to be sitting, coming into spaces and places where you need to be. Whoever that is right there, yes, I said it. When you are comfortable in who you are, when you have disclosed to yourself that you love this, all of it, how many ever years it's been, how many ever feet tall you are, how many ever inches wide you are, however your color your hair, however your walk is, however if you can confess and disclose that you love all of this, the universe is going to open up and say, hey, he ready, she ready, and people are going to start coming out the woodwork. I am a prime example of being somebody who was lying because I thought I needed to, who was not telling the truth because I thought I needed to not tell the truth. I thought I was somebody that needed to hide who I was. I thought I was somebody that I need to be in the background, somebody that didn't have a voice, somebody that wasn't doing a whole lot of things. But come to find out, I am who I am, and that's who I be. And I don't give a damn if your eyes can't see. If you can't see what I can see, then you're blind, baby. You blind. Shout out Salt and Pepper. Y'all did that. You blind. You feel what I'm saying? And when I say you blind, your energy is blind. Because what you've done is that you've taken this big and this boisterous and this luminous energy that you have, and you have dumbed it down. Every time you lie about who you are, what you are, where you are, every time you disclose to somebody other than yourself, you dumb it down. And then what are you left with? What are you left with? I know y'all said, I don't know where the hell Titan got this disclosure from and why he talking like this, but that's what it is. So y'all give me just a second. When was the last time you stood flat-footed and told the truth? When was the last time you stood in front of yourself and was open and honest about who you are and what you are? When was the last time? And so you got to think about it. Society has made it so that we can never be truthful with ourselves. We can never truly love what we love. We can never truly like what we like because society don't see it like that. You cute, but that's Titan, you good, but disclosure. When you are disclosing to somebody who you are, where you are, what you're doing, are you truly disclosing the truth? Are you truly disclosing who you really are? Are you truly disclosing what your heart is? Because I was 5 different people. Every time I went into a space or a place, I had to switch it up. I had to change it. And that's not the way that life should be. That is not the way life should be. Remember, disclosure. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know there's quite a few of you all looking and listening tonight, but what I want you to do is come on, put it into the comments. Your disclosure, right? Put it into the comments. Are you disclosing that you are you? Are you disclosing to people your true self, your true love, your true spirit? Or what are you doing? What are you doing? Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Lastly, what I want to say is that when you start to disclose your truth, when you start to understand your purpose, when you start to disclose who you really are and what you're really about, there's going to come a time where you're not going to like it. You're not going to like what you're getting back, right? You might not like it, but you're going to love it. Because spiritually, it's cleansing you. Spiritually, there's no need for me to do any of what I was doing before I actually disclosed to you who I was, what I was, and what was going on in my life. When I talk to the people in my gang, there's no errors to who I am. They know who I am. And I appreciate them for loving me. When I express to my maid family, my brothers, my best friends, my village, my tribe, when I express to them, when I disclose to them, there's nothing that they don't know now. But I'm not going to say it wasn't like that before. When I talk with my family, when I disclose to my family of who I am, that's it. So I'm standing here in front of you, or sitting here tonight in front of you, and telling you exactly what it is. I don't have to put on any airs. I don't believe in playing games. You know what I mean? I believe that we all are capable of just being who God made us to be, where the universe placed us to be. I want to say to you tonight, disclosure is yours to handle however you feel you need to handle it. But the one disclosure that you have to truly be open and honest with, the one time that you disclose who you are, and disclosure is what you're trying to do, the one thing that you got to do is be open and honest with yourself. Because I don't care what my gang, my village, my tribe, my best friends, my brothers, my sisters, whoever, I don't care what they're going to say until I can say it to me. I can be open and honest with me, because it's not going to make a difference going to them before it goes to me. Just like when you're flying in an airplane and they say if something happens and we lose pressure, you put the mask on yourself first, because who you going to help if you can't breathe? Disclosure. Disclosure. Okay? Disclosure. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead on and we're going to break for a second. We're going to pay a couple of bills, and we're going to go. I know y'all probably saying, look at Titan tonight. Look at Titan. Yes, I'm on it tonight. It's Friday. I'm feeling good. I'm going to probably talk to y'all all the way up to the last minute. No, just kidding. But anyways, we're going to pay some bills real quick. We're going to pay a little something. Y'all going to get y'all a drink and take a sip, because when we come back, we're going to talk about a little pondering of HIV. So go on and get your sip. Pay the bills, Kwame. Pay the bills. Y'all like how we had paid them bills? Y'all go and check out my peoples. Y'all go and check out pyromedianetwork.com. Y'all go check us out. You know, y'all see, I'm telling you, we got family, peoples. We got family. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into this pondering HIV. I got a little something for you. Mm-hmm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, look. Y'all know this segment is called Pondering HIV. And I want to say a little something before I disclose to you, right? I want to say a little something to the fact of I started doing Pondering HIV because I am HIV positive. But I felt I needed to do something that kept HIV on the forefront of my actual platform every time I go live, right? And a lot of people would say, well, what's Pondering HIV? That sounds kind of quirky. Like, what is that? But I want to always bring something to the table dealing with HIV, because I am HIV positive, but I am living and thriving with HIV. You understand what I'm saying? It's not as bad as it may seem. It's not always as good as it may seem, but I want to give a true and open and honest account of what's going on. And we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. The days are gone to where we don't talk about HIV anymore, right? Or the days are gone when we don't talk about AIDS, because people will say all the time, oh, we don't use AIDS anymore. No, I'm going to tell you this, and this is just me, and you don't have to use it, but I was diagnosed with AIDS. I only had 4 T cells. So I don't care how the word may not be the thing to say this or that, but I'm going to tell you the way that I was actually diagnosed. That's how I was diagnosed. So I think I have the right to use the word anytime I feel like I want to use the word. Now, I get it. We're going to be PC, right? But if I was diagnosed as something, right, then that's what it is, okay? So y'all can fight me for it later, or whatever have you. I don't use it that often, but I do think I have the right, to use the word because that's how I was diagnosed. I wasn't diagnosed with HIV. That wasn't my diagnosis. I only had 4 T cells. So I was already diagnosed. My viral load was through the roof, right? So with that being said, this is what I want to say to you all tonight, right? When is the proper time to disclose your status? When is the proper time? Now, some may say it's when I first meet you. Some may say it's when we first start talking. Some may say it's before we have sex. Some may say it's before we get intimate. Some may say, I don't need to disclose it to you at all if we're not going to go any further than just having a drink or going to get coffee. I'm going to leave it to you to say when the right time is. But what I am going to say to you, the wrong time to disclose to somebody your status is after the act, after you've done it. The wrong time to disclose to somebody that you're HIV positive or that you've been diagnosed positive or however you want to put it is afterwards. It's up to your discretion. But after the pain, that's not the time. That's not the time. Hell, after the goodness, after the moon and the stars have been seen, after you done skied and popped, that's not the time. That is not the time. I want to say something that happened with me, and I'm being really transparent right now. I don't know why. Maybe it's this drink that I didn't sucked half down. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Okay. So picture it. Houston, 2000. I disclosed to everybody that I'm a Black gay man and HIV positive. Everybody pretty much around me knew that I was gay. They didn't know I was HIV positive. So I did that disclosure on that day. And after that, I got involved with someone that I used to work with. And the reason I'm saying this, I'm not going to tell you where it was, but somebody that I used to work with. And the reason I'm saying this is because I'm being totally transparent tonight. I literally so we had expressed interest in each other, right? And I had just told everyone in 2019 what it was. I had just told everyone, and this might have been prior to, though, I think, right? But anyways, I had told everyone and I was like, hey, y'all, this is what it is. You know, I've been holding this in for so long. I don't know what it is that I'm trying to do. I think I need to do this and so forth and so on. And so I hadn't been with anybody, right? And this gentleman, it's a guy, this gentleman basically showed interest, and I thought that was hot. I showed interest, and I thought we were good, you know. It had been a while and so forth and so on. And so when I first went to see him for us to be adults and have and skied and pop, I before anything happened, I disclosed my status to him. I did not understand the power or the validity of disclosing to him in that moment. I had a whole conversation. And what's great about this is that it was my first time actually doing this ever, like really ever doing this to somebody. I just stayed away from people. I didn't mess with anybody. I didn't jack with anybody. I didn't skeet with anybody, all this kind of stuff like that. And ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all are probably saying, okay, Titan, look, but y'all, this is my thought to ponder now. I'm just being truthfully honest right now. I might be a little, yeah. Maybe. So anyways, I basically said to him that this is what's going on. And I just want you to know I'm undetectable. I'm great. My numbers are good. Undetectable means untransmittable, so I'm good. Like, I'm good with that. But I understand if you're not at that point. I get it. I get it. And what happened next was like the opposite of every story I had ever heard before. He said, "You good?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm good." He said, "Well, I'm good too. I'm on prep. So we good. So we gonna do this or not?" I was like, in the words of Shanae, I know. That he wasn't supposed to say that. He was supposed to. So you gonna do it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. You gonna do it? Okay, I'm gonna do it. Like literally, like literally. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my first time ever telling somebody, ever being open and honest with somebody about my status, disclosing my status to this person, and this person to take this moment and literally secure my faith in that people are still good, right? That having HIV is not bad, right? Especially when it comes down to wanting to be able to have intercourse or have sex or be able to ski and pop, whatever it may be. And I was sitting here in awe of what I had been told, and then for him to tell me this. Then the second time that I was going to go and ski and pop, if you would, I disclosed prior to. And now it's not a problem. But before I was very apprehensive because you hear stories. There's a lot of stigma around your disclosing your status. And I didn't want to be hurt. I didn't want to be harmed. I didn't want to be hunted down. And you never know what people's mental capacity is, right? You never know where they're at. So I am in particular, I'm a big guy. And I'm not saying that just because I'm a big guy, that means that, I got it. You ain't finna what nuck if you but. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is anybody can be hurt. You can be hurt mentally. You can be hurt emotionally. You can be hurt physically because of your status, disclosing your status, right? So I wanted to say that to you all tonight. I can't tell you when is the right time for you to disclose. If you are going out to have a drink and just going out to have dinner and there's nothing coming of it, I don't think you have to do anything about disclosing if you don't want to. But if there is a relationship forming, if there is a chance that there's going to be sexual activity, if you feel that this is going to be somebody you want to stick with and do, then at that point, you need to decide when disclosure is best for you. I decided that disclosure was best for me before I even went to have the act or do the act, right? Get into the act. I disclose my status because I don't ever want to hurt anybody, but I take good care of myself. I'm healthy, I'm undetectable, all of that. But that still does not mean that I don't have HIV. So that still means that I need to disclose what it is. Now, I don't have a problem with disclosing because everybody I meet already know, because I said on all my platforms, it's on all my social media, I've disclosed that I am a Black gay man who's HIV positive. So I don't have a problem with that. However, there is a certain point that I still have an issue with disclosing to certain people, right? And I want to say, because I'm being totally transparent, I had people try to discredit me. I had people try to contact my parents. People call my job. Like, it was all of this. People try to shame me in public, like all of this stuff, because I felt that I was doing what was right by disclosing. So I understand the stigma that surrounds disclosing. And by any means, I'm not telling you to lie and continue to lie. I'm not telling you that. But what I am saying is that disclosure is at your discretion. But I want to say this. If you disclose who you are, what you are, and your status, if you disclose your status to someone, you give them the opportunity, you give them the choice, you give them to make sure, the knowledge to know what they want to do. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you don't disclose, you take that away from them. You take that away from them. They don't get a choice. And especially I've seen and heard stories of people telling you, disclosing afterwards, laying in the bed after y'all done shot the walls up and the bed spread up. All of a sudden now you want to sit up here and tell somebody you want to disclose what? And then things happen. So I want you to understand tonight when I'm pondering HIV, I'm not telling you not to disclose. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't. What I am saying is that it's at your discretion. But I don't think you should fake the funk. I don't think you should play with somebody's emotions and feelings, because things can happen. Somebody can snap. There can be an emotional break. There can be something that happens. If you use condoms, then the condoms could probably break or something could happen. Who knows? If you don't use condoms, again, I'm not shaming anybody. Use, don't use, that's up to you. However, disclosing your status is a must if you're going to do that, even if you're undetectable. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been undetectable for 14 years. I've been undetectable, untransmittable for 14 years, but I still disclose because I still have a diagnosis of being HIV positive, right? Well, that's what I say now. Hell, the doctor walked in and said, you have AIDS, and walked out and left me and my mama to fend for ourselves. So y'all see how low-key don't like him? I still don't like him. I wanted to go back and hit him in the head to the white meat show, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But anyways, disclose, right? Disclosure is yours. So Dante said, early in my diagnosis, a guy told me I was everything he was looking for in a partner, but would not date me because of my status. It crushed me. It created a fear of disclosure that I have since overcome. And Dante, you are so right. And kudos for you, for Dante, for acknowledging that that's the fact, acknowledging that that's the point, because a lot of times we don't do that. As people who are HIV positive, we do not get that. We do not get that choice. People already think that we're infected. And I'm saying infected. I know my language first for all of you who are in the community and want to say, I know my language first, but people have told me that you're infected, that you're not good. I'm damaged goods. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody said, you're a busted can of biscuits. Like, I'm just done. And if you really think about it, you ever had a busted can of biscuits on the ground or on the floor? Ain't nothing you can do with it. But that's what people were saying to me. People were doing things. People didn't want to eat after me. People didn't want to use the bathroom after me. And so stigma surrounds a lot of that. So therefore, I didn't want to have to disclose to you anything. You know what I did? I just cut myself off. There were people trying to holler and talk to me all the time, women and men. I just cut myself completely off. And after I disclosed my status in 2019 and I told everybody what was going on and all that stuff here, boom. People started saying, so Titan, that's what was going on? Oh, so that's why you didn't like me? No, I didn't like you at all. No, just kidding. But it was things like that. And I had to tell them that, yes, that's what it was. I would rather be safe with myself mentally, emotionally, and physically, and not to mention spiritually, than to cause some harm or make a wave in your life or do something. And Dante said, and for the love of God, stop using the words clean and dirty to describe HIV status. Yes, yes, yes. How are you going to sit up here and tell me, so is somebody with cancer dirty? Now, I can use clean and dirty when I go in there, take a shower, wash off the dirt of the day. But y'all want to always use things like that. I'm with Dante. Stop it. You dirty. Y'all remember back in the day, you used to tell somebody, your mama. Your mama. Oh, Titan, you dirty. Your mama. And then be ready to fight if they say my mama. You know what I'm saying? But look, ladies and gentlemen, disclosure is up to you. Disclosure is up to you, right? But if you ask me, right, when is a good time to disclose? When is the right time? I can tell you the wrong time to disclose is after you've pop and skied. That's the wrong time. After you then went 6 to 8 months and went down the line right, with this person, and then all of a sudden you want to tell them because now you think you're getting serious. That's not the time. Some people are not mentally prepared for you to tell them your status. I learned that the hard way. Hell, let me raise the other hand. I learned that the hard way. I did not understand why I'm fighting somebody in my own vehicle. We ain't done nothing. We went and had coffee. And it was on my spirit to tell this person that my status was such. And literally, we broke out in the moment. We was tearing it up. And, bruh, what you not going to do is put your hands on me. Now, I admit, but then I felt like I was wrong. I felt like he was right to be upset, but we hadn't did anything but had a cup of coffee. I don't think you have to air your laundry. I don't think, and I'm not saying dirty. So Dante, don't be trying to come for me. I didn't say dirty. I don't think you have to air your laundry. But I do believe if something is going to happen and you are going forward and y'all are being serious and things like that, then that is a time for you to stop and disclose what it is that's going on. But I understand for your safety, sometimes you don't want to disclose, and I get it. And I get it, ladies and gentlemen, I get it. So I'm going to peel back and let you know that I disclose every day because it's all on my social media. All of my statuses tell you, I will tell you that I'm HIV positive. That's my disclosure. But I want to say to you, disclosure is at your discretion. You disclose if you need to disclose, right? You disclose when you need to disclose. But I want to say this. Do not go down the gauntlet. Do not go down the rabbit hole and then disclose afterwards. Because some people are not capable of rationalizing what's real and what's fake, or what's right and what's wrong. And you could be putting yourself in jeopardy. Okay? I just wanted to say that. How should an HIV negative person approach the conversation without seeming intrusive? Know your status. Know your status. A lot of people get upset. And Dante, thank you for the question, because a lot of people get upset when you ask somebody their status. It should be a normal thing for you to know the status. But this is what people do, because here's the thing. If I ask you about your status, then it makes it real, right? It doesn't make it, it doesn't make it hot for me to have a little pop, skeet, because I'm asking you about your status. But I tell people all the time, the only way that you're going to be truly sex positive is to know your status and know your partner's status. If that's what it takes. I'm not shaming anybody for doing what you do, because I like a little bit behind the dumpster, under the table, in the backseat of the car. Look, don't y'all judge me. I like a little bit of that too. But I'm very upfront about my status, right? My status. And then an HIV negative person, know your status. Know your status. But see, here's something that those of us who are HIV positive, right? We cannot be upset and angry when somebody comes to us, legitimately comes to us and asks about our status. Know the person, know what's going on, and understand where you're at, right? Understand where you're at. I say that always your physical, right? Your spiritual is always the most important. Protect yourself. Make sure that you know, right? Because I wouldn't be out here just yelling it from the rooftop. Oh, I'm positive. Oh, I'm positive. If I thought that it was going to affect me like that, right? I thought that it was going to take me down. I thought that somebody was going to harm or hurt me. And true, it may be that. But we cannot keep hiding behind this over here saying, oh, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. When you have been doing so much without disclosing, right? And I know that people are going to come and say this and that. And I understand that sometimes disclosing is not a healthy thing for some people. It's just not. That's not what it is. But I say disclosure is at your discretion. Dante talking about, come on, smut behavior. Sometimes, baby. Sometimes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for tuning in today. What I'm going to do is go right into the final thought. And I want to say this. It's sad that HIV is still a deal breaker. It is because, so really quickly before I go into the final thought, actually I can go into the final thought with that. Go ahead, Kwame. Let's go ahead and do the final thought. So this is what I want to say. Dante, I just talked to someone the other day and I told them that it's sad that HIV is still at the same point it was for me 16 years ago. People are still so uneducated about what HIV is, right? People are still afraid of HIV, even though we have made leaps and bounds in medical treatments and trials and all of this stuff, right? People still say things like dirty and clean. People still say things like infected. People still say things like, oh, don't let them use your toilet, or don't let them eat before you, or don't let them touch stuff. Like, there are still people that believe that if I cough, you're HIV positive. So this is what I want to say tonight as my final thought. You are in control of your disclosure. You are in control. Nobody should bash you. Nobody should bully you. You are in control. And when I say that, I still believe that you're in control of changing the narrative. You're in control of changing the narrative. It doesn't have to continue to be like this. It doesn't have to continue to stay like this. But until we get to a point to where we're not afraid, right, of what somebody is going to say back to us or what somebody is going to do, or like Dante said, if it's a deal breaker, this is how I look at it. If it's a deal breaker, then you weren't meant for me. It wasn't meant for me, because I'm going to tell you, my God, my universe is going to send me somebody that's going to encompass every piece of me, every part of me. So if my HIV is a deal breaker, then you were not for me to begin with. Now I'm going to tell y'all to take it to church and understand what I'm saying, right? You were divinely made. You were made just the way you are. And if HIV was a part of your destiny, it was a part of your plan, it was a part of your journey. If God saw fit that this is what it was, come on now, I'm going to talk to you just for a second. If the universe opened up and said that you're going to be HIV positive, somebody out there is for you. Somebody out there is waiting for you. Is waiting for you. Disclosure is at your discretion. Nobody should be bullying you into disclosing. Nobody should be telling you, well, you better. No. 2 fingers and kick rocks. Peace. That's what you do. Ladies and gentlemen, I disclose because I feel that's what I need to do. But I can't say that's the same thing for you. I disclose because I am able to now stand in my truth and be open and honest about who I am and where I stand. But also that came with a little bit of loneliness. That came with a lot of time by myself. That came with me not knowing if I was going to have somebody, if I was going to be able to ski and pop ever again with somebody, because I was HIV positive. My journey, my road may not be yours, but disclosure is at your discretion. When you know it's time to disclose, then it's time to disclose. But be open and honest about the fact that you are going to have to disclose at some point. If you're dealing with other people, if you are having sex with other people, if you are living with other people, if you're just being with other people. My gang, right? None of them, I'm not sexually active with them, but I am best friends. I am part of a gang. I am part of their village and their tribe. And I felt it was only right for them to know where I was. Because I would hate for something to happen to me and then they'd be like, oh, he got what? He what? He what? Not that that's going to change them in any way, right? But for them to be like, oh, wait, I've been knowing him for 15, 16 years and he's HIV positive. And I'm going to say a little something for my gang because when I expressed to my gang, the majority of them started crying. Nothing with that. But there's still a lot of stigma surrounding HIV because automatically, although they started crying, they said they didn't think anything of it. But to be honest, they thought of death. They thought of all the stigma and all the troubles and everything that comes along with being HIV positive. And that's how it was. I had to calm them down and tell them, baby, I'm good. I'm healthier than a horse. Hell, I'm as thick as an ox. But what I'm saying is that this is how disclosure works. I wanted to tell them. I wanted to tell them, but I didn't feel I was in a space or a place of safety and security to be able to tell them. They were not going to harm me by any means. But the stigma surrounding disclosure was there. Now we better for it, baby. They contact me. They tell me when stuff is on. They call and tell me when Billy Porter was on Tamron Hall. They make sure that I'm good. They ask me questions, and I love it. And it makes me think, why did I wait so long? But I wasn't ready. Disclosure is at your discretion. That's all I'm going to say to that. That's my final thought. And Jock said, amen, your life is your story. Control the narrative, your narrative, and be okay that some aren't equipped or healthy enough to appreciate your status. You better say that, Jock. Look, I'm going to say that one more time. Some aren't equipped and healthy enough, right, to appreciate your status. Let me tell you something. If they don't appreciate you, you know what that is? 2 fingers, 1 word. Peace. I'm out. I ain't got time for it. I'm going to tell y'all something. My cutoff game is strong now. I don't have time for it. You don't like what I'm doing. You don't like me. Well, then kick rocks. And we done. There is no love lost. I don't have any time for that. Again, in the beginning, I said y'all time is limited. We are not promised tomorrow. And if you don't want to be around me because of my status, then you go do what you do. But I'm going to tell y'all something really quickly. This will be my last thing here. 3 people that turned me down about my status back in the day, tried to tell my mama, tried to blast me on social media, do all of this stuff. Why they in my inbox now? Why they trying to be around me now? Why they trying to love on me now? And you know what I told them all? Kick rocks. I'm good, baby. I'm good. If I wasn't for you then, I'm not for you now. If I wasn't for you then, I'm not for you now. If my spirit is telling me I'm not for you, I'm not for you. And I don't care. Just like Jock said, you ain't equipped, you ain't healthy enough, right, to appreciate my status, the status that I live with on a daily basis, my status. Now you want to be in my inbox? Now you want to ski and pop. Now you want to be in my inbox? Now you want to ski and pop. Now you want to be in my inbox? Now you want to ski and pop. Y'all, I think I done drunk a little bit too much tonight. Look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you. I love you all for holding me up, uplifting me, being there for me, and understanding where I'm at and accepting me for where I am in this life and in this moment. And I appreciate you. There's no other reason I think that you were put on this earth other than to be blessed and to be a blessing. And if you're blessing somebody, then you're already blessed. And if you're blessed, then you surely have already been a blessing. Peace and blessings to you until next Friday. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be cool. And I love you. Disclosure. It's yours. It's your right. Peace and blessings.